So, lockdown diary entry 2. Here we go again. Thank you so much for everyone that watched the first video, for anyone that subscribed to the YouTube channel, liked the video, or shared anything on social media. It's really, really appreciated. Like I said, I'm totally new to this. But if anyone wants to subscribe to the channel or wants to follow myself or ISC Gym on social media, it's much appreciated. We are hoping that as we slowly start to return to some normality, this channel will come a little bit more than just me speaking into my phone, and hopefully we'll have a variety of content to kind of help anyone from athletes to regular gym goers. That's the plan anyway. I'm also conscious that I said I was going to keep these videos below 5 minutes, and I've already spent a minute of me waffling. So a little bit of context, a little bit of summary of video 1. I have made a significant change to my health and fitness over the last 6-7 months, dropped a lot of weight, feeling really good. I've got my exercise regime, I feel, on point. But what I'm trying to do now as we go into 2021 is look how I can maximize my health and fitness even further. In particular, maybe looking at some of the more holistic health benefits that don't necessarily come with a traditional gym program. So I started a nutrition plan a week and a half ago. I'll probably do a video of that in a couple of weeks, kind of giving you the progress of what I've been doing. I'm super impressed with it at the moment, and I feel pretty good. So that's one change I'm making. And the others are going to be a little bit more subtle. So the change that I'm looking to make immediately, and I've done a very bad job of it the first few days this week, but is look at the amount of time I spend on my phone screen, which is really ironic because I'm filming this video on that phone. I've got a really big habit and a bad habit of picking up my phone when there's nothing else going on. And the reality is, when you're not at work, and I'm sure some of you can relate to this, it's very easy just to pick that phone up and start scrolling, whether it be through social medias, doing internet searches, throwing yourself down a YouTube rabbit hole, and all of a sudden you've wasted minutes, if not hours. Your phone gives you screen data at the end of each week of how long on average you've been spending per day, and I was actually quite shocked last week. And then you look back over the last few months, and yeah, it's to me, it's not great reading. I know I'm trying to be a little bit more active on social media marketing for the business, but I don't think that's an excuse for the amount of time that I am spending on my phone. There's also, some research out there to say that, blue light before bed can impact sleep patterns, which is something I'm going to look at again in weeks to come. But what I'm trying to do in the short term is just break this habit of spending too much time on my phone. And to break this habit, I'm going to implement 3 things. I thought, start small, introduce small breaking points of that habit, and then hopefully if you can put barriers in place, that might mean that the habit can stick, or this new habit, or eliminating this bad habit can stick. So the first thing I've done is I've turned off my notifications. Not on every single app, so I still get them for messages and emails, but all my social media, any app that I don't feel is necessary to be getting notifications on a regular basis, I've turned notifications off. So I'm hoping that if I don't hear my phone vibrate or see it buzz or see a light pop up on the screen, that's going to deter me from picking it up. Second thing I'm going to do is when I am working, when I'm on the laptop, when I'm doing something that I deem productive, I'm going to put the phone in another room. I'm hoping that that's a barrier in itself, that if I really feel the need to check my phone, I've got to get out of my seat, I've got to walk to another room, and then that's going to be, I'm hoping that if I'm, busy with something else, that's going to deter me from doing it, right? And it's kind of quite a tried and tested measure of breaking habits is put these barriers in place. Third one I've done, and it's kind of off the back of watching The Social Dilemma on Netflix. If anyone hasn't seen it, please do. It scared the shit out of me, but very, very, very thought-provoking. But no, what I'm going to do, or what I already have done, is I've curated my social media feeds. I do think social media is useful. It's incredibly useful for me trying to help promote my business, but it also is a source of information, knowledge, entertainment. You can check out what your favorite celebrities are doing. You can keep up with friends. But what I have done is I have tried to reduce anything that I feel is unnecessary for me, and I include news feeds with that. I can check the news out whenever I want by, going on the TV or just searching it on the internet. I don't need to be logging on to Twitter, Instagram or Facebook and getting news flashes of what's going on in the world, particularly at the moment when everything seems to be particularly negative. That's not means I'm shutting myself up from the world. It just means that I'm not going to be bombarded down my throat. I've also unfollowed and moved around feed notifications on things that I don't feel are helping me or don't relate to my current thought processes or positively impact me or my business. And that has actually made a difference already. Though my screen time has not come down to the point in which I'm happy with that these habits are sticking, curating your social media feed has I feel, had a positive impact. So when I'm going on to socials, there's less to look at. And when I am looking at things, I feel it's stuff that's semi-productive. So they're the three things I'm doing. And the reason I'm only making 3 changes is because I want it to stick. It's one thing that I noticed when I started my exercise regime and my running. I just started once a week, and then I went to twice a week, and then all of a sudden I'm doing 3 times a week, rather than setting myself unrealistic targets. If you want a habit to stick, start small and then build it up. And the reality is that if you want a habit to stick, it's got to be something that you're always going to do, because if not, it doesn't become a habit anymore. So I'm trying to eliminate these bad habits, but I'm also trying to create new, better habits. So yeah, there's what I'm doing with regards to my screen time. I might update you in a few days or next week about how it's going and whether I need to make changes or implement changes further. But yeah, it's had a negative impact on me, I believe. Sleep is going to be something that I look at in the coming days as well. So yeah, screen time, curate my social media feed, try and make my time a little more productive. Thank you if you made it all the way to the end. I went over 5 minutes. I'm trying. I'm going to try and get better at this. And yeah, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the YouTube ISC Gym YouTube channel. Follow us on socials. Like any videos that you have on there. We've got hundreds of exercise demonstrations. And like I said, the channels are going to be building and building in the future. And we're looking to build something very exciting here at Ipswich Strength and Conditioning. I'll speak to you all soon.